Okay, so by the time we can do this activity, small activity, my first question goes to Jayesh Khare. Jayesh, are you ready, beta?
Yes, sir.
Okay, tell
Yes,
me
sir.
very short, in very short answer, कि what is the written type of compared to method? Fast,
In
very good. Now, Mr. Kasaudan, but
listening,
after
sir.
that, please mute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Kasaudan, equals method returns what type of value?
Yes.
Equals
Sir,
method
what?
equals method returns what type of value?
Sir, Boolean.
Beta, I am not talking about the data type. I am asking about the value. What type of value? Means what value it returns? True or false? Okay? Kasaudan. It returns only true and false. If somebody is asking about the data type, then you will
Okay,
say
sir.
Boolean. But if you are talking about the value, that is your true or false.
Okay,
These,
sir.
these are the Boolean literals. Okay? Okay. Now Shashwat
Okay,
Agrawal.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Beta, tell me the return type of mat dot round method.
Sir, double.
Okay. So same question goes to Utkarsh Singh Vats. Tell me the return type of mat dot round method. Vats. Beta, speak up. If you will not speak, I will mark you
Morning.
absent. Utkarsh Singh Vats.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Ayush Agrawal.
Yeah, double.
Who said double?
Oh, sir. Sir,
Who?
what?
Okay. Prajwal Sahu. Prajwal Sahu.
Yes, sir.
Now tell me the return type of mat dot round method.
Yes, sir.
Tell me the return type of mat dot round.
Sir, double.
Okay. So now the last one is Ansh Chaudhary. Ansh,
Yes, sir.
tell me the return type of mat dot round.
So long.
This is the correct answer. Everybody please pay attention. Mat dot round method always return long type value, not double. That's absolutely wrong. Double is wrong answer. The correct answer is mat dot round method returns always long type value. That means whole numbers. Is that clear, everybody? This is very, very important.
Yes,
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, Devansh Gupta. Devansh, speak up. Devansh Gupta. But if you will not respond, I will mark you absent.
Yes, sir.
Devansh.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Devansh, tell me what type of value mat.seal method returns?
Sir, double.
Absolutely correct. Very good. Now, this next question goes to Athar Pratap Singh. Athar,
Yes, sir.
beta Athar, please tell the return type of mat.min method. MIN. Beta, your voice is very low. Please speak loudly. not getting your voice. Now the same question goes to Yashi Srivastav. Beta Yashi Srivastav, speak up. Yashi. Pardon, beta? You can write your answer, Yashi, in the chat box. Those who are not getting my voice clearly, they can write their answer in the chat box. Okay, Yathar, no problem. Very good, Yashi. Same as the input. Well done. So if we are passing integer value in the mat.min, so the return type must be int. And if you are passing double type value in the parameter, that means that function will return double type value. Absolutely correct. Well done, beta. Now, the next question goes to Harshnath Jha.
Is it possible that one value may be integer and the other double?
So in that case, the bigger data type value will return, beta. Got it, Devansh?
Okay, sir.
Okay, very good.
Okay.
Now, next question goes to Vaishnavi Singh. Please respond, beta. Vaishnavi, tell me the return type of mat.abs. If you are not able to speak up, just write down in the chat box, Vaishnavi. Recording is happening. If you are not responding, I will mark you absent. Okay, Vaishnavi, please tell the return type of mat.abs method. Please, beta. Hurry up. Vaishnavi, whatever you are getting, you can tell. Don't hesitate. Okay? Only 34 out of 40 have joined, out of 50 have joined till now. Vaishnavi, please speak up. Write down something. Vaishnavi. Okay. So, who will tell the answer? Aditya Verma. Tell me the return type of mat.abs. Speak up or write down in the chat box the correct answer. Aditya Verma. Mat.abs. See, again the answer is same as the input. Basically, ABS is used to return the positive value. So if you are passing 2.0, it will come 2.0. But if you are passing minus 2.5, so it will give 2.5. Same as the input but in positive. Is that clear? Not integer, beta. Now, very good. Well tried. So now the next question goes to Angesh. Angesh Singh, please respond. I am not getting your voice. Okay, beta. So Angesh, how many types of arrays available in Java? Tell me their types. How many types of arrays? Means in how many category we can categorize arrays? Are you getting my question, beta? You can write or you can speak. Hurry up. Beta, just wait. You will get chance. Hurry up. Very good. Ayush Yadav, I am not asking to you, but Angesh, please remember there are two types of array. The one is the single dimensional array and the second is the DDA, which is not the part of your ICSC syllabus this year. Okay. So now the next one is Rohan Jain.
Some multi-dimensional array?
Multi-dimensional array, we won't discuss that. So that's in a higher section, when you are going for the higher in MCA, then only you will understand the multidimensional. But in the basic types I am asking, that is your single dimensional and the double dimensional. Okay, that is more than sufficient. Okay, Rohan Jain. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Rohan Jain.
So what is the range of long?
Who is asking this?
Yes, sir.
Beta, that I will tell you later, na? Let me ask first. Rohan Jain. Rohan Jain, my next question goes to you only. Okay? So, tell me, what is the basic difference between the float and double data type? Rohan Jain.
So in float we specify the value by 0.0 f and in double we specify it by 0.0.
Very good. One more difference, beta. One more. Okay. It's okay. Siddhi Sigatia, tell me the second one. One more difference. Apart from this. Siddhi Sigatia.
There is difference in the range.
Yes. Absolutely correct, Utkarsh Singh Vats. Very good. So, basically, float consumes 4 bytes in memory, whereas double consumes 8 bytes in memory. And the default value of float is 0.0f, whereas the default value of double is 0.0 or 0.0d. Okay, well done. So now let's begin with the last question. So the last question I have given as homework. Very few of you, around 5 or 6 students have submitted it. Okay, so the last question was, we were supposed to print the array in descending order without using sorting technique. This was my question, right? And very few of you have attempted that question. So now I am going to share my screen. So only 43 till now out of 50 have joined. And the time is 11:10 AM. So now I am going to share my screen. Please pay attention, everybody. The question I will show you on the screen. So have patience, because I am going to share the screen. That is why I am saying, right? So please. So now in a minute you will get my screen. So now it's coming on your screen. I think it will come in 10 to 15 seconds. Okay, I hope now it is clear. Are you getting my screen, bachcho?
No, sir.
Okay, wait.
No, sir.
Now is it coming?
Yes.
Okay, now.
Yes, sir.
So in this question we are inputting the size of the array. And is storing in a variable int, right? And then we are creating a simple array AR, and then we are inputting it. After that we are giving a single line space. Then now what we are supposed to do? See, one function, in a function only we are going to print. In this we are receiving size this. Simple function I am using. So in this program we need to find the largest as well as the smallest. So for that we can do that working in a separate method, or you can do in the same method. So see, so for that we will declare some variable. And the first value we are assigning in B as well as in this okay. So
We have to take the b is equal to 0.
BR of 0, the first element we are assuming that is the biggest, as well as we are storing it is as a smallest, right? I will tell you, just wait. Now starting from 0 to 1 to that. So first of all we will find the largest number. So for finding that and storing in B. I hope there is no issue in this part. So the same working we are going to do for the smallest also.
sir.
Yes? Any doubt?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay. So now ultimately,
Sir, we can use the same loop only.
yes, you can do that, but I am doing the separately. From this part we are finding the largest, and from this part we are finding the smallest, right? Is there any issue? Now after that just start a loop, and that will start. For that we need one more variable like j. Now the loop I am going to start from the biggest point, that is your B, till the smallest, and then I minus minus. So all the natural numbers starting from the biggest to smallest we are getting in I, and then after we need to check that value of your array. So in the array the index numbers are from 0 to less than this, the size. And now if the condition is true like this, then what we are supposed to print? The biggest number.
AR of j.
So the big ARR of j is also correct and I is also correct. Okay. So this is the simple solution. Now we are going to call a method because we have not called in the main part. So now the class name is descending. dd equals to new is it okay? After that we need to call a method. So for that dd dot show, and what we are passing, the variable name, that is your array, and the size, that is n here. Now we need to execute this program. Before executing you can check, cross check. In this part what we are doing, from here in B we are finding the largest, and in this part we are finding the smallest. Then after we are starting a loop from biggest to smallest, and then we are comparing, and if the condition is true then we are printing I. Instead of I you can print BR of j also. Both are correct. So now let me execute this program. Bachcho, now you need to revise everything because the whole thing is coming in the exam. So there are some mistake. So I have used here this. Here also I have used AR instead of BR. See why I am using BR, because the parameter is here BR, not AR. So that AR is accessible only inside the main method. Now let me execute this program. See, please pay attention in the output. The size we are inputting, any size number. So now you can easily see here. So the output is coming 451, then 120, then 50, then 25, then 20. So this is the way we can print the elements in ascending or descending order.
For duplicates also.
Pardon, beta? Devansh?
So will it work for duplicates also?
Yes, definitely. I will show you. I will show you that also. Don't worry. Okay, again I will execute. So now in this, what we are doing? We are simply starting a loop from the biggest number to the smallest one. So in that case, we are getting in descending order. If you want to print, in ascending order without sorting, then just change in the loop is required. That means I has to start with S less than equals to B I plus plus. Rest everything will be fine. So now again I am going to show you this program using the duplicates now, right? So this time I will enter some duplicates also. Now the size, again I am inputting 5. Now see. Okay, Devansh? Is it okay, bachcho? Everybody, any confusion? Please try to understand
Yes,
this.
No, sir.
No doubt. Okay, thank you so much. So now this program I am going to paste in the GCR. By that time I am going to give you a very small program that you have to try. Now that I will write in the notepad. So now one more thing, all of you. This program, what we are going to do, that's very, very important. Now in this program, what we are doing, we are supposed to generate Fibonacci series for n terms, but in different manner. Please pay attention. Are you getting? Are you getting this question or not? So now what we are doing here? One more thing.
So we will take the input A and B or not?
No input is required. Only the number of terms are required. Wait.
We have to take input here.
Before doing this program, please let me discuss you something. That's very, very important, beta. Now this type of program is not supposed to come in the board, because this year your syllabus is further reduced. I think everybody knows this. In that, string programming has been removed, but the problem is the string can come in terms of array, like enter name, age and name, age and roll number of 20 students, and arrange them in ascending and descending order according to their name, maybe according to their age, roll number. But what has been removed, that is your string manipulation. So what do you mean by the string manipulation programs? So this is the string manipulation program in which each and everything is totally based on string only. Okay, so this type of program is not in your syllabus, so we are not going to do this program. So what we are going to do, that I am going to tell you here. Please pay attention. So this is a Fibonacci series, but the output you have to print like this. Please try to understand in the reverse order using array. Is that clear? If the number of terms are 6, then the output must be like this. If the n is 6, in that case the output has to be like this. Am I clear? If the n is 3, then the output must be
Yes.
3, 2, 1. Is that clear, everybody? Please note down this. The last one I have told you, I have shown you just because I wanted to share what is string manipulation. So string manipulation is not coming in your ICSE syllabus this year. They have removed this. So only the output based question can come. And in the supporting, like in array, if you are something, arranging something. Yes. Ansh.
So will string manipulation be tested in the half yearly also?
No beta. That is why I am telling you the string manipulation we are not going to test now onwards. Okay. But we will use string. In a output based question you can get everything.
Yes.
But the string manipulation testing we are not going to test. Okay. And now
Yes.
please try to understand the Fibonacci series. Here it is starting with 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2, then 3, then 5. So how you are getting the next third term? By adding the previous two terms. So how you are getting the next term? By adding the previous term. So how you are getting the next term? By adding the previous two terms. Like this only. You will get the next term. Is that clear? And you have to print in the descending order. This is very, very important, everybody. And you have to utilize the concept of array. That is always better option. Is that clear? Everybody please try. Yes, beta. Now you can ask your doubt. Jayesh.
Sir, if in the exam the Fibonacci series comes for us to write a program, do we have to draw the table by which it was explained to us that how do we find the A, B and C sum of?
No, beta, that is not required. Because, in class 10th standard, the basic terms everybody knows. So, whatever terms you are doing, that is only for you only, But if you are showing, that is okay. But if you don't want to show that working, that is fine. Okay? Don't get confused in that. And if you are putting some complicated logic, so always use the comments in your program. That is why we use comments, right? We can use the single line comments also. We can use multi-line comments also. In which you are comfortable, that is always better. Okay? But this is fine.
Yes.
But Jayesh, just show me the printing also. I wanted to see the printing also. Rest is fine.
Yes.
Pulkit. Yeah, Pulkit. Beta Pulkit, you are. Chalo, this is also correct. No doubt. Absolutely fine. Very good. Very good, Pulkit, beta.
Printing part and posted.
Jayesh. Yes.
Sir, I posted on the GCR.
Okay, beta. Ayush, wait.
Sir, I posted the chat box.
Beta, 1 second. Just give me some time, na. Ayush, beta, Ayush, you are storing 1, 1, 2, 3. I think like this also we will get it. But Ayush, you are doing the additional working in the second loop. You can reduce that. Just try to remove that part.
There was that.
Pardon? Ayush,
Okay.
try to remove the second loop, okay? Now Ansh
Yeah.
Chaudhary, that is
Sir, I have sent on the GCR.
best beta. I am just checking. Shashwat, Ansh Chaudhary, the loop has to start with if you are starting a loop from 0, it won't go till n. It has to be less than n. Rest is fine beta. And the second loop is wrong. C minus 1, j is greater than equals to 0. Okay?
Yes,
A
yes.
small correction is there. No issue. So now Shashwat Agarwal. Beta, Kasaudan, just a minute. Shashwat Agarwal. Yes, Shashwat, absolutely fine beta. Very good. So now there are so many, so many variations. That's not a big deal. Who else? Okay, Kasaudan.
Sir, if we will do like this, if we will do like this, I have posted in the chat.
Okay. अब कसौदन कहाँ चले गए? What is?
I posted it before I used.
हाँ, wait, it's coming. J minus minus. Okay. Yes. Fine. ठीक है बेटा. Yes, very good.
Sir, I have posted it again, but you have said to remove the external loop.
हाँ आयुष देख रहा बेटा. n minus 1, that is 4, 5 minus 1, 4, 4 minus 0, 4, B. Yes, correct. Very good. See, whenever you are doing this type of program, always after the class just check it on computer. This is always a better option. Sometime while checking, maybe by mistake I have missed something. So please try to check on computer, and if it is working, that's fine. But if it is not working, please let me know, sir, you have told this and this was not working. So at least I should know what was working and what is not working. Is that clear, everybody? Okay. So should I tell this program on the?
Yes, sir.
Should I show you this program or is it fine? Vaishnavi, Kinjal, tell me beta. Archita, hurry up, speak up बच्चों. See, I am going to discuss the logic only, right? That everybody has to do, and this everybody has to send also. Aditya Upadhyay, are you there? Aditya? Okay now? So,
Yes, sir.
very good. So, please pay attention here. So, now this is a simple series. See, look at here. 0, 1. These are the initial value of A, B and C. These variable we are using. The array size, you have n. The n is 5. Here I have written. So first of all, we will create a size of this 5 array. 5 size we have created, and now see what we are supposed to do. Please pay attention. So 0 plus 1, these are the basic value starting 0 plus 1. So C equals to A plus B. This we are doing, and this is the basic thing which we have done many times. So 0 plus 1, 1. Then this is happening. That is 1, 1, then 2. Then again this will happen. 1, 2, then 3 is coming. Now 2, 3, the 5. Then 3, then 5, then 8. So suppose you wanted to generate only 5 terms. So what we have done? Everybody knows this working. So see here, this is the suppose array. So 5, actually we want, sorry, 8. So this is your integer array. So the last element we wanted to store on 0. So if you want to store on 0 index number, then that is better. Or what you can do, just store 1 on 0, second element on the second index number, third element of the series on the third index number. Then after we can print in reverse order the array starting from n-1 to 0. That is one variation. So in which you are comfortable, that is always better for me, right? It doesn't matter ki you are printing the loop from 0 to less than n or n-1 to 0. That is up to you, how you have stored the data in your array. So here I am just trying to store in reverse order. So now n was 5. So the first index number, please try to understand. So first of all we will get 0. So this 1, see what you wanted to store in the last index number. So for that, what you will do in the loop, AR of n-1 minus I, right? And now before that, maybe you have done this line earlier. So now see, you have to store in the last index number. So where I, it has to start with 0 to less than n. So this will execute n terms like this. So I am just writing the body part in short, right? So after that, what will be the next one? A equals to B, this everybody knows, and B equals to C. So now let me show you the dry run. So first of all, n-1 is 4, 4 minus 1, 4 minus 0 is 4. So the 1 is coming on this index number. After that, next time C will be 2. How it is coming, you can see in the table. But now next time, see the index of AR. So n was 5, 5 minus 1 is 4, 4 minus 1 is 3. So now the next time 2 will come on this third index number. Then you will get 3 on second index number. Then you will get 5 on first index number. And then last one, n-1, that is 5 minus 1, 4, 4 minus, last value of 5 would be 4. 4 minus 4, that is 0. So on 0 you are getting C, this one. And now the 8 is coming on this place. After that you can start a loop from 0 to the same loop, this loop. This loop you can use again for printing, and then SOPLN AR of I. Is it okay everybody? Everybody? Bachcho, please let me know. Okay, so
Yes, sir.
so I think there is no confusion in this. I hope everybody is getting. So this you have to do, everybody has to mail me on time before 9 a.m. morning tomorrow. Okay, and now in the next class, what we are supposed to do, we are going to revise the pattern printing. That's very, very important. We are going to revise the pattern printing plus series based program using function. Is that clear everybody? So don't miss the upcoming classes. Whatever queries you are having, you can ask. Okay, now today's class we are ending. Thank you so much everyone. Now you can leave one by one. If you are having doubt, you can wait.
Thank you, sir.
Bye bachcho. There is no homework, just revise everything. Because of the exams are coming, so we are not giving any single homework. Just complete your work in the notebook.
Sir,
Yes beta. बेटा
Sir, can you please post this
क्वेश्चन
in the VCR or in the chat?
but this question
Yes,
the
sir.
Fibonacci series. Okay बेटा,
Yes, sir.
okay.
Just the question part.
Beta, that's see, in the recording everything is recorded, right?
Yes, sir.
I will post the recording around within next 1 hour. Don't worry, you can get it easily. Okay? And if you like the video,
Okay, sir.
if you like the this recording, you can subscribe my channel also, and you can put your likes if you like actually.
Sir, I have done, sir.
अरे ठीक है, for others also I am telling. Okay? Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you बच्चों.
Thank you, sir.
Okay बेटा.
Thank you.